Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Hope you all had a profitable trading session last night, or if you're in longer term positions, hope they're also profitable. Alrighty, let's get into it. So we'll start with the dollar index as usual. Again, still looking strong, right? We did fall below 109 key level there. We've also had a second consecutive day of negative bias, but overall, long term, it's still looking quite strong. Again, this is a Trump story and also the geopolitical uncertainty. Again, the dollar is a safe haven, right? So with the Russia and Ukraine and the uncertainty going on in Israel, lots of money going in, on the dollar. Um, so that's one thing to keep in mind. That will obviously limit the downside of the US dollar. But we do have some key figures coming out. Non-farm payroll, right? These numbers tend to move markets significantly. So the whole world will be waiting on these numbers. And so we might consolidate around these high ranges before these numbers come out. But again, still looking strong long term. It is a Trump story. And again, the uncertainty as well. So that's something to keep in mind. We'll take a look at some key levels. Let me just get my chart up for you guys. Alrighty, so again, round numbers 107. That's a key level there. 107.58. That's a 25-day moving average, and I've also got marked up 107.75. That's the week's low. And key resistance 108.69, 5-day moving average, 108.97, 61.8 fib level. And obviously, again, round numbers 109, very, very key level. We do have RSI showing mild bullish momentum, but it looks like there's potential divergence there, which suggests a possible correction. Again, we might see this range for a long time before a continuation. We might see it correct completely. Just trade with caution, especially around non-farm payroll numbers. Alrighty, what else should we look at? Let's take a look at the yen. Look, again, trading at multi-month highs. We talked about this yesterday. A very hawkish Fed has just been phenomenal for the US dollar. And the yen is performing poorly due to uncertainty with their rate hikes, right? I mean, you had talked about a potential hike, when was it, Jan? Possibly March, which does give it a little bit of support and limits a bit of yen downside there. But again, we've got non-farm, numbers coming out, so that's something to look out for. We've got key support at 158 if you're looking for longs, or if you're looking to short the break, followed by 157.55 to 157.50 again. Look, it's just ranging at multi-month highs again. Shorting it, I would be cautious, but also again, longing, I would also be cautious. It's just a lot of uncertainty just regarding economic data at the moment. And that being said, we are quite close to 6-month highs. It broke above 158. So 158, again, that's a key level there, right? We talked about psychological levels in the market. So look, if we keep trading above 158, again, key level, we could see further upside. A strong move towards 159, maybe 159.45, even 160. It's a very real possibility, especially if we still see a lot of US dollar strength. But again, trade this with caution, especially around non-farm numbers coming out. And have tight stops, or just be aware of those key levels there. So again, 158, 159, and if we keep trading above 158, it could signal continuation and bullish momentum for the US dollar against the yen. Alrighty, let's move on to something that's also been interesting as of late: crude oil. Right, so rebounded near 74. After falling early in the week, closed at 73.90 in the trading session. We do have a couple of bullish factors, obviously supporting crude. We've got the rising energy demand due to cold weather, and we've also got the Beijing stimulus measures there. So that's something to keep in mind. And also, look, OPEC's December, production decline again. With the UAE supply cuts, that also supports oil. Another key thing as well, Biden, right? Before he wants to get out of power, he wants to ban offshore or new offshore oil and gas development, which may be very, very difficult for future administrations and Trump's administration to reverse there. Um, Look, that's those are some factors obviously supporting oil there. Just a lot of supply information. And yeah, look, just looking at my chart here, we were above the 100-day moving average, 70.35 last week, and it rose for 6 consecutive days to 74.48. Right, I've been eyeing this thing for a while now. It's looking quite bullish. I would be very cautious shorting this, especially with the information that's supporting everything currently. And yeah, I'll leave you with some key levels again. 7,300. Watch that level, and 72.23. That is the 50% retracement level, and 72.54 is November 7th high. We've got 71.23 as well, the 120-day moving average I've got in my chart there. So some key levels if you're thinking about trading oil or you're in positions, that can help you make some more educated decisions.